guys, we are coming from group 4. Here is our member. My name is Alsabila, NPM 221101116663, and my partner.
My name is Khairul Anam. NPM is 2211101173.
And
my name is Zafira Jagadita and my NPM is 2211011021.
Here we are gonna present to you our resume about chapter 2, 3, and 4. Business ethic. Business ethic is a good or bad action refers to norms and habits in the society that taken by the employees to running their corporates. It's divided into 4 points: individual ethic, business and managerial ethics, assessing ethical behavior, and the last one is company practice and business ethic. Then we have corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility is an action that's shown by the corporate to show the responsibility toward the environment, the consumers, the employee, and the investor. The implementation of this point, such as pay attention to the waste treatment, quick response toward the consumer, complaint, fair pricing, and edge.
The next one is the government and social responsibility. How government influence organization. The government makes an effort to influence social responsibility behaviors both directly and indirectly. Regulation is directly and indirectly. Regulation is the most common way the direct influence is expressed. There are 2 regulations applied by the government. First one is direct regulation. Second one is indirect regulation. How organization influence government. Business can influence the government just as much as government may affect them. There are several ways the government implements. First is personal contact. Second is lobbying. Third, political action committees. Fourth, favors.
Managing social responsibility. Companies have a responsibility to consumers, employees, shareholders, communities, and the environment in all aspects of the company's operation to solve the problem. Managing social responsibility consists of formal organizational dimension and informal organizational dimension. Formal organizational dimension consists of 1. Legal compliance, 2. Ethical compliance, 3. Philanthropic giving. An informal organizational dimension consists of 1. Organization leadership, 2. Whistleblowing.
A small business. A small business is independent business and has relatively little influence in its market. This business takes an important role in the U.S. economy, such as job creation, innovation, and their important role in their contribution to big business. Major of small business industry groups including services, retailing, construction, manufacturing, transportation, and edge. Entrepreneurs are people who assume the risks of business. Entrepreneurship is the process of seeking business opportunities under conditions of risk. Entrepreneurial characteristics. Successful entrepreneurs have several characteristics, including resourcefulness, a concern for customer relations, desire for autonomy, the ability to handle ambiguity, a desire for risk-taking, and the last one is a need for personal freedom.
Starting and operating a new business, entrepreneurs must make a number of decisions when they start their business. They must decide whether to buy an exciting business or to start one from scratch. The distinctive competence of small business usually fall into 3 areas. 1. Identifying niches in established markets. 2. Identifying new markets, and 3. First mover advantages. Starting the small business people begin by understanding the true nature of their business. 1. Buying an exciting business. 2. Franchising. 3. Starting from scratch. Financing the small business. Many sources for business financing are available. Personal resources account for more than two-thirds of all money invested. Smaller portions of funding come from banks, independent investors, and government loans. 1. Venture capital companies. 2. SBA financial programs. And 3. Other sources of financing include overseas financing and online companies that focus on small business. Trend successes and failures in new ventures. Reason for failure. For general factors contribute to small business failure. 1. Managerial incompetence or inexperience. 2. Neglect. 3. Weak control system. And 4. Insufficient capital. Reasons for success. For general factors contribute to small business success. 1. Hard work, drive, and dedication. 2. Market demand for the products or services being produced. And 3. Managerial competence. And 4. Luck.
Next is non-corporate business ownership. Sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is owned and usually operated by one person. About 74% of all U.S. business are sole proprietors. One advantage of sole proprietorship. Second is disadvantage of sole proprietorship. Proprietorship, a general partnership. The most common type is a sole proprietorship multiplied by the number of partner owners. Partners may invest unequal sums of money. 1. Advantage of partnership. 2. Disadvantage of partnership. 3. Alternative to general partnership. Cooperative combine the freedom of sole proprietorship with the financial power of corporation. The corporation entity. Characteristic of corporation include legal status as separate entities, property right and obligation, and indefinite lifespans. 1. Advantage of incorporation. 2. Disadvantage of incorporation. Type of corporation. Stock is held by only a few people and is not available for sale to the public in a closely held or private corporation. When shares are public issue, the firm becomes a publicly held corporation. The S corporation is a hybrid of a private corporation and partnership. Managing a corporation. Once the corporate entity comes into existence, it must be managed by people who understand the principle of corporate governance. 1. Corporate governance. Defined by the firms by law. Corporate governance involves stockholders, the board of directors, and corporate officers. 1. Stockholders are the owner of a corporation. 2. The board of direction. 3. Officers. Special issue in corporate ownership. 1. Joint ventures and strategic alliance. 2. Employee stock ownership plans. 3. Institutional ownership. Institutional investor. 4. Mergers and acquisitions. 5. Divestitures and spin-off.
The contemporary global economy, the world economy, is becoming a single independent system through the process of globalization. Major world marketplace managers involved with international business need to have a solid understanding of the global economy, including the major world marketplace. 1. Distinction based on wealth. The World Bank used per capita income to make distinction among centuries. Current classification include 1. High income centuries, 2. Upper middle income centuries, 3. Low middle income centuries, 4. Low income centuries. 2. Geographic cluster. North America is the world's largest marketplace and most stable economy. Trade agreement and alliance. Virtually every nation has formed treaties with other nations to promote free trade. 1. North America Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA. 2. The European Union, EU. 3. The Association of South Asian Nations, ASEAN. 4. The World Trade Organization, WTO. International trade, critical in global business, is a country's acceptable balance between import and export. Balance of trade. A country's balance of trade is the total economic value of all the products that it exports minus the economic value of all the products that it imports. B. Balance of payments. Balance of payment refers to the flow of money into or out of a country. Exchange rates. An exchange rate is the rate at which a nation currency can be exchanged for the currency of another. From of competitive advantage. Manager need to understand from of competitive advantage when making decision about international competition. 1. Absolute advantage. 2. Comparative advantage. 3. National competitive advantage.
International business management. The successful of a firm is based largely in how well the firm is managed. There are 3 basic decisions that a company must make when decide to globalize their firms, whether to go international at all, which are level of international involvement and the organizational structure that will best meet the firm global needs. A. Going international. Not every business is prepared to go internationally, and the basics that need to prepare by the firm to go international are by gauging international demand, adaptable to customer needs, and last are outsourcing and offshoring. B. Levels of international involvement. A firm may enter the global marketplace by involve their firm to export and import, international firms, and multinational firms. C. International organizational structure. Global involvement will influence the firm's choice of international organizational structure, such as independent agents, licensing arrangement, branch offices, strategic alliances, and foreign direct investment.
Explain the role and importance of the cultural environment in international business. Values, symbols, beliefs, and language. Cultural values and beliefs are often unspoken. They may even be taken for granted by those who live in particular country. Employee behavior across cultures. Managers in international business have to understand that there are differences in what motivates people in different cultures. The first dimension is social orientation. Social orientation is a person's belief about the relative importance of the individual versus groups to which that person belongs. A second important dimension is power orientation. The beliefs that people in a culture hold about the appropriateness of power and authority, difference in hierarchies, such as business organization, ranging from power acceptance to power tolerance. The third basic dimension of individual difference is uncertainty orientation. Uncertainty orientation is the feeling individuals have regarding uncertain and
a good situation. The fourth dimension of cultural values is goal orientation. In this context, goal orientation is the manner in which people are motivated to work toward different kind of goals. A fifth dimension is called time orientation. Time orientation is the extent to which members of culture adopt a long-term versus short-term outlook on work, life, and other dimensions of society. Barriers to international trade. Success in foreign markets includes a firm ability to respond to social, cultural, economic, legal, and political differences. Economic differences. When trading with different types of economic systems, firms must be aware of the level of government involvement in a given industry. Legal and political differences. Governments can present many trade barriers in international business, including the control of the flow of capital and the use of tax legislation to encourage or discourage global activity in given interests, such as quotas, tariffs and subsidies, protectionism, local content laws, business practice laws, and cartels and dumping.